A few days ago, I went hiking in Hangzhou. Breakfast was just a couple quick bites of bread before I set off. 2 solid hours of climbing, and another hour downhill. By the end, I was starving, overheated, and completely spent. I planned to visit Lingyin Temple, but when I got there, all I could think about was getting back to the hotel and lying down. I thought I'd bounce back after a night's rest, but instead, the fatigue lingered for days. No energy, no focus, just that heavy, drained feeling. It is not the first time this has happened. I have a habit of overdoing it and then needing days to recover, which ends up throwing my work and life off balance. I remember arriving for a training trip once, fresh off a flight, still jet-lagged. Sleep should have been my top priority, but when a local friend invited me for a morning run, I said yes. 10 kilometers later, despite hardly training beforehand, I'd set myself up for 3 days of foggy, sluggish training sessions. Even years later, I can still remember how awful that exhaustion felt. I've never been good at finding my right level. As the saying goes, too much is as bad as too little. In fact, too much can be worse. It drains your reserves, just like stripping a forest bare or mining a vein until nothing's left. Overexertion can even kill your love for something. That one run would have wrecked my knees for good. I was lucky it didn't, and even luckier my body forgave me after some rest. Now, I'd rather walk slowly and keep going than sprint and burn out. No kind of fast lasts long. The idea of just right makes me think of the Chinese concept of zhong, often translated as the golden mean. I used to think it meant blend, compromise, or playing it safe. But after reading The Miracle of Mindfulness, I realized I'd gotten it wrong. Zhong is the art of perfect balance. Something even Confucius said he'd never seen anyone fully achieve. Doing what's appropriate is the most fitting way possible. That is the real zhong. I recently watched a conversation between TV hosts Chen Luyu and Yi Lijing. Luyu interviews with a strong sense of boundaries. If she feels a question might cross the line, she stops. Yi Lijing, on the other hand, follows her curiosity, asking more and more, but still with goodwill. They have completely different styles of energies, which shape how guests respond. Yet, in their own ways, both have found the right distance with their guests, and that is why they enjoy what they do and why people enjoy watching them. But if you always stop at the right time, doesn't that keep you in your comfort zone? Not really. Your body raises the bar for what feels right. After my surgery, I could only shuffle 500 meters on tiptoe, slower than walking. A month later, my body said, try 800 meters with bigger steps. And that was fun, but still my body reminds me to take my time. Moving slowly lets you find your ideal pace and distance, the ones you can keep up for the long haul. You start thinking, I could keep going like this forever. In fact, I don't even want to stop. That is when you know it's working. Zhuangzi put it beautifully. To forget your feet is the feet of shoes. To forget your waist is the feet of a belt. To forget right or wrong is the feet of the heart. True feet, he said, is responding to the world with your genuine self, keeping your nature, while adapting to what comes, without forcing or clinging. You meet each moment as it arrives and let it go when it passes. Comfort comes not because you choose it, but because it naturally appears everywhere. To keep my passion alive and make it sustainable, you have to listen to your body and know when to stop. It is not easy, but that's exactly why it is worth a lifetime of practice.